All right. Welcome everybody. Sorry that we've started a little bit late, oh, not just a little bit, but a little bit more later than usual. So thank you, Catherine, for being patient with us. I will not, well, I guess I'll ask if anyone has anything to modify or add. I don't have anything to modify or add to the agenda.
No, do we want to move up just for purposes of
I
I
don't, because I think it's really fast. It's
Okay.
comments. I think we can go through
Okay,
this
let's
pretty
just go
quickly.
through, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so besides that, is there anything else from you guys? No.
No, the later member report, I would have a little
Okay.
bit of report.
Okay. We don't have any minutes to approve, so we're good there. So for report of members, Sue, do you have something to report?
Yeah,
Okay.
last night I attended the village trustees meeting as general public.
Okay.
There were, Marie, myself, my husband, and then there's Bill from Rock Street, and his neighbor, I forgot the lady's name, an older lady who seemed to be at, most of the public hearing. Basically what they were asking is to, the trustees should report their relationship with the owner and so on and so forth. So have they received anything, what's their dealings and so on. But also, after the meeting, he was saying, I said, I'm on the planning board. And then he said, well, if this thing is passed, the planning board would be taking the whole responsibility. If there is, no
Bill.
yeah. If there is, if you guys don't approve anything and so on, then basically it's just, we're catching the crap. That's basically his comment.
Yeah.
And then he said, one thing we should keep in mind is there might be lawsuits against the planning board.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my report, but I would like our board members to know that they're.
Okay.
And Bill's last name?
He's from Rock Street. I don't know his last name. I don't remember his last name,
Okay.
but he's here. He was here last night, and then he was here last trustees meeting too.
Oh, he was, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
think
good
it's
to know.
number 3 Rock Street or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, thank you for that. That's good to know.
yeah, that's very good.
Anything else to report? No? Okay, fantastic. So I took notes on that. I'll talk about it when we get to old business.
Mhm.
All right, so we do have one correspondence letter that I would like to read into record. It's from Joe Cordo regarding the Hudson Valley Fjord Trail. It's dated April 7th, 2023. And it says, Dear Mayor Foley and members of the Village Board of Trustees, first and foremost, I want to thank you for your efforts and realize there's a lot on your plate right now, especially for a tiny village. We can talk about that later, but for now, Fjord Trail. As a former member of multiple public bodies, there's always an issue with perception versus reality. We grapple with these issues, and how it gets navigated at times can be the deciding factor in building public support for our work. The Fjord Trail is a massive project, heavily funded, and how they view our tiny community is less than admirable. I know you are concerned and have been working with various channels on behalf of all of us, but I think you can use some help. There's power in numbers, and if we can get our community behind your efforts, at least gives us a fighting chance to minimize the disastrous impact this project can have. I offer the following suggestions, which I believe would help. Number 1, recreate your public Fjord Trail website. It's dated. A chronological list of documents and correspondences between the various parties, which will show the public efforts you have real substance in which we can get our heads around and advocate. We need you and vice versa, to be frank. I'm happy to hole up in the office and help. Number 2, formally request a full traffic, parking, and pedestrian study of all the village with a requirement to have a committee appointed to be part of the process. I'm not saying a work group that receives the results and is politely asked to comment, but one where you're part of the process from start to finish. This will assure a series of set outcomes that can then really be part of an honest debate. This has been lacking by project developers. Number 3, along same lines, the same process for a full economic impact study. Who benefits, how and what the impact on local government services / resources. This was goal number 4 in Fjord's recent 2020 master plan, unless that's changed once again. I have serious concerns who will benefit, but let's put it all out on the table. Number 4, lastly, DGIS process is going to be a beast to absorb. I know the VCS planning board is listed as an interested party. I would suggest the village board makes provisions and sets funds aside to hire consultants to dissect this report in a timely manner. I realize there's an effort going on to have developers fund these consultants, but a contingency plan is necessary. I see no reason why fund balance cannot be used for these one-time services, and I'm sure our auditors would agree. If it comes to this, I'm sure a mechanism can be set up to assist on a funding level. I realize I'm throwing a lot your way, but our community has always stepped up when times get tough, and there's a clear plan in place to deal with adversity. We need your help, and don't think you have to go it alone. I'm raising my hand. Many others will follow, I believe. Yours truly, Joe Cordo, resident, Village of Cold Spring. He also CC'd the Village of Cold Spring, he CC'd us, the Village of Cold Spring Planning Board, but this was originally addressed to Mayor Foley and the members of the Village Board of Trustees.
I think we read this online.
Yeah, we've had this for quite some time. We've had this since April 7th, but this is our first time reading it into record. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so old business. Proposed revisions to section 134. So we had a meeting yesterday where we went through our questions. Oh, was it yesterday?
The day before.
2 days ago. Thank you.
No.
Where we, asked our questions. We had a really great discussion. I did get a text message from the mayor asking about just like an update on where we are with getting our feedback. What I said to her is that I would draft our recommendation this week, and I would send it to you guys this weekend for alignment, and then we would formally send it next week.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So what I'm going to do is now put that in an email to the Village Board of Trustees saying officially that's what our plan is. So there's that. And then also with that, our open questions will go directly to Ted. The open questions that we said we would send to him will also be a part of that recommendation, and we're going to ask for him to give us those responses in writing.
Okay.
All right. So we have 2 resolutions that were supposed to be on the table today, 37 Fair and the Food Town expansion. We're going to table those until June 8th. I think, do I need to get a vote on that? Or
Do we need to motion?
I do, okay, and let me tell you why before we take a motion on it. There's some open questions about signatures on the environmental assessments and on the site plan that we need to confirm. And then also we need some time to have it posted so that the public can also see it, and so that my fellow board members can also have time to review it. I did not think that in the time frame that we had today and the external questions that we have, that it was enough time to try to cram it all in for today. I would really like us to be considerate about how we do it. So I would like a vote to table the reading it into record and the signatures to June 8th.
Motion to postpone till both reading the resolutions into the record and looking at the signatures.
No, signatures.
Signing
Me signing it.
You
Yeah.
signing it for both 37 Fair Street and the Food Town expansion.
Wonderful. Second. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, that's done. Hudson Valley Fjord Trail, I just read Joe Cordo's note. I would like to suggest again, as I did before, that once we get the environmental assessment, we should probably follow a similar process that we did with the code 134 to have, special meeting, a discussion once we have it, and then write a similar second response to the Village Board of Trustees. So again, we're going to keep this on here so that we keep remembering that this is necessary, but until such time that we have that documentation, will table the discussion. Now, public hearing. See, that did go fast, didn't it?
Yes.
It went very fast. So we have a public hearing tonight for 81 Main Street. We have Catherine Kuhn here with us. I would like to give the floor to you to state into record just a summary of the project before we open it up for public discussion.
Okay, the property is located right next door, 81 Main Street. And it used to be like a 4-section store inside, like leather bag, a music store, repair shop, and a candy store. And I plan to take it over and remove the partition and make it an open space. And just keep a wall in the back for the kitchen, okay? And now we plan to create a tea house, and a unique tea house that for people to discover and enjoy. Okay. Now, when you go into my store, the first thing on the right-hand side, you're going to see the jewelry display stand there. It looked like jewelry display, but actually we are going to display the dessert from Japan, France, and Italy. So people say, oh, wow, it looked like jewelry, okay? And then on the left-hand side, it's going to be sitting bench for people to look out the window. Okay. When they walk in, it's going to be 3 tables there. It's very spacious. And along the wall, we're going to have a fireplace. We plan to put like 300 feet long fireplace along the whole wall. Okay. On top will be plants, greenery on top. Very comfortable. And on left-hand side will be 4 sectional seating area. And I believe last time I won't be able to show you the slack wall. And that's what it looked like. And then the back will be the counter, the register, and the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And we preliminary voted the last time on approving this. There was no, major issues around environmental, although we do have an action item on the table to go back to look at that part 3. There's a particular box that is marked yes. Karen and I will take that action offline to go and understand why that default is checked to yes. We think we know why, but we're just going to confirm that. That's our action. I would like to open it up for the public. If we can just go to see if there's anyone online. For the record, there's no one else in the room. No one online, so no public comment at this time. So with that, I'd like a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We'll close public comment, even though.
Oh, here, public comment. Thank you. Public comment. Cool. I think the next thing we need to vote on is to move to the resolution because there's no, there's no issues. So, thank you. Would you like to second?
Actually, before that,
Yeah.
Was there some discussion, and I know I haven't been here, was there the category that it was proposed to be under?
I think the discussion was saying it's a restaurant.
Yeah,
Because there is
I
no
wasn't sure.
category of coffee shop or tea house or something. So that
That's
falls
the one
into
thing I
the,
just was
that falls into
remembering.
the restaurant category.
Yeah, and just for the record, the notice of hearing was published twice in the paper of record. And that indicates change of use from retail to restaurant.
Okay.
And I believe there's no food preparation, no cooking.
No kitchen.
No kitchen.
No cooking.
And also, Ms. Kuhn has provided all the notice receipts, mail notice receipts. So
Okay.
she complied with that.
Then
You just have the second.
second.
Okay, all those in favor to approve? Aye. Okay. You're good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the next step, like I mentioned, is on June 8th, we'll have a lawyers are going to draft up a resolution for us.
Okay.
And then we'll put it on the website so that the public can have a chance to see it.
Okay.
And then we'll vote on the resolution on the 8th, and then I will sign it.
Okay,
and
once
then
you sign
the-
it, good to go, so.
Well, then it
yeah.
will go to the building department. We also have to do, we have a parking table with
Yes,
this application, so maybe we should just
Oh, yeah.
kind of
We do have
open the
parking-
hearing for that. There is a parking table
Oh, okay.
that
we
she
should
submitted, so.
Sorry, I wasn't sure
We
if that
have
was
the
the
next
last one.
Or should we should look at it because. I
Yeah, we
thought
did look at it. I thought we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought we did.
we came with
I think the board did,
Yeah.
with the minutes. But what I also explained to Ms. Kuhn is that we have to do a letter to the Board of Trustees to have them approve the parking waivers
The
that
waivers, yeah.
that this board
that was explained.
has recommended.
okay.
So, but I think it may have been approved at the last meeting.
It
I
was
believe
done
so. It was.
for the square footage calculation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
I'll make a note to double check. Yeah. Yeah, so the parking waivers are here, parking waivers are also. For 49 Main as well, yeah.
And also category.
All right, so just moving on. There is no new business. No public to give public comment. No new board business. I would like a motion to adjourn.
Really quick before we do that, just going
Yeah.
back to 81 Main, I just wanted to add that this looks like we're well under 4,000 square feet. I
Yes.
just did a quick calculation, so that'll be a secret type 2, and no further review is required for that.
That's right.
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
For 81 Main.
Okay.
Jack did do the inquiry,
Mhm.
but there was just the question that Yaslin mentioned about that automatic reply that comes up if the property is near some type of property that had environmental remediation, that type of thing. So is
Yeah,
that wanted to look into a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was.
you don't even have to worry about that because it's a type 2. You don't have to do any secret review.
Because it's type
Because
2,
it's type
it's
2.
not necessary despite that being checked.
That's right.
So Jonathan, can Yaslin sign that that part
environmental-
3?
Part 3, yeah.
Although
I
Jack,
mean, no, I mean, you could, but you don't have to because you don't even have to submit anything if it's a type 2.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the 4,000 square foot threshold, is that
Right.
why?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to make any secret finding.
Okay.
Jack really liked it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, of course.
That's what Jonathan is here for.
And I also just want to mention too that you certainly can post the resolution on the website for the public to view, but just keep in mind that because the public hearing was closed tonight, you really shouldn't take any public comments that you
Okay.
might receive from it.
Got it. And that's the case for all of the resolutions.
Yeah, it will
That's
it will
right.
be attached to the next agenda, and that's how it will be put out for the
Presented,
public.
right.
As attached to the agenda for June 8th.
Yeah, we just, because we got the other resolutions today, felt like it should have been posted with the meeting, sort of as a packet, as a package, so. we'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to take some more time to review it, you certainly can. But if you wanted to act tonight, you could. I don't see anything that would prevent you from doing that.
I think time is what we're working with.
Sure. Yep, that's your prerogative.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Take care,
Thank-
everyone. Have a good night.
Night.
Thank you, Jonathan.